Hello everyone, this is Lori from Grammy's Keepsakes, and I thought we would do a little craft along. I'm making a journal. Well, I'm making 6 journals for a garden theme, but here is a pen that with a paper clip that can slip right into your journals. And I saw, this is not my idea, I saw this somewhere quite a while ago on YouTube, and I ordered the little pen refills on eBay, and they finally came, and then I've been so busy I haven't been able to make my project, so I saw them today and I thought, let's just do it. So what a cool little thing, right? And it slips right in, or you can use it for a bookmark or whatever. But let me show you how I did these. I've got some papers cut, so we're ready to go. And we'll set that one aside. And what I'm using are the offcuts. This was a 12 by 12 pad of paper, and I needed it to be 11 inches, so I had an inch left over. And so I just cut 7 inches and 6 inches. So that's the size I'm going with. And then I scored it here on the bottom and fold it up. And now I want to take my pokey tool and find the center, eyeball it, and just poke a hole. And I don't remember how the original person did theirs, but this is how I'm doing it. And then you can take your little pen refill and poke it through the hole. So it's got a little bit of reinforcement there. So that's where that's going to go. So we know that the hole works, and now I'm going to use 1/4 inch score tape because that's what I've got handy, and I'm just going to run it up along the center, just a little past the length of the pen refill, and burnish it down and take the paper backing off. Oh, what I should have done also is another little piece of score tape here on this tab along the center. Get my fingers in there. And then go ahead and remove the backing on that as well. Now go ahead and insert the pen into that hole, lay it down, and on here you see that there, on mine, there's a little flange on each side of the pen. I want that to be flat. I don't want it to be up and create a extra bulge and it might rip through the paper. So I'm making certain that it's flat, and then go ahead and just press it onto the score tape, and then press this on the score tape as well, onto the pen refill. I'm sorry, my words are not flowing today. And then I need to decide, let's use this pretty one for the center. Now I need to run some more score tape. And the first one, of course, I tried to run score tape along here. Well, then I couldn't get the backing off, so that was a total fail. So I'm going to just line this up, run this down the center, I don't want to go all the way up. Well, I'm right-handed, not left-handed. Nope. Okay, so we're gonna burnish that down, remove this backing. So now it is ready to go. But first, I want to use my Fabri-Tac. Well, let's put a paper clip on first. And I'm putting it so that the big side is on the inside and the small one. I'm using a large paper clip. Now let's use the Fabri-Tac. And I want to glue the paper clip in there. I hope I'm on frame. And kind of get it relatively close to the edges. It's going to seep a little bit, so not too much, but go ahead and put that aside. And now to get, this is going to be the other side, and my score tape is on this end, not on this end. So I want that to come down here, and I'm just going to line it up. And go ahead and press it in place. This is really cute. I like that little butterfly there. Oh, and it says lovely. And I'm just going to burnish it a little bit. It takes a little bit to dry. And now I'm going to use a pencil and just mark an inch on both sides, just so I can see it. And I'm going to grab my scissors, and I'm just using Tim Holtz little scissors so I can get in there. So I want to get kind of close, but not real close. I need a little bit to stay so that it stays stable. And then I'm just heading for that little mark that I made on the edge and just cutting that off. And the same thing in this other side, we're going to angle it again. I'm going to put my scissor on the mark and angle, and then just pinch, pinch, pinch. And then I'm going to just ink it up a little bit. And then I have another little pen to go into another one of my books. Grab a signature, and there. Or it can be anywhere. Isn't that slick? I just love it. Well, let's make another one, and I've got a little bit of a variation. I grabbed a little piece of sari silk, and I'm going to just put it in the end of the paper clip and put it up. So it's going to have a little bit of a flag, but I need a little piece of string, Now I'm probably going to be all fumble fingers, but I would just want to tie it around there. Tie it in a double knot so it doesn't come loose. And just, well, I should have had the string just a little bit longer. Try to tie it in a little bow. Oops, that didn't work. Well, you get the idea. Tie it in a little bow. I need it to be closer to me so that I can see it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and let's just do the score tape first. Let's see if we can make this a little bit easier to put together. So the pen is that long. We're going to put this along the center. Burnish it down. We got to fold that. We have to poke our hole. Oh, it's working. That's going to be great. Okay. And then we're going to take off the score tape backing. Poke the pen in that hole, making sure our flange is flat. Press it down. And the pen is seated. Put some score tape on the center of this one. Put our paper clip up here at the top, the large side on the inside. Apply our glue. I want to get a little bit of glue in underneath that too. I'm kind of being generous with that glue. Put the cover on that. I'm reaching the bottom of it, so it's being difficult. Take off that score tape. Now we're going to go ahead and line this up. And I like to lift it up just so that I can feel it and get it a little bit easier. And then just smashing it down. Smashing sometimes is an appropriate word, isn't it? And I'm pressing that score tape so that the pen is in there secure. Pinching the sides so that, and making sure my paper clip is good. Now we're going to trim our little angle, and this has a little tassel on it. That's going to add some interest to the journal, isn't it? So I'm going to go ahead and, because I have a perfectionist tendency, I always have to make sure that my measurements are going to be good. I don't want my angles to be all funky. So I'm just going to mark my inch. Otherwise, of course, you can eyeball it. Do whatever you're comfortable with. I always want to flip it over and do it again, but my mark is on this side, so I have to remember to do it here. And then angle and cut. And of course, this isn't the highest quality pen in the world. You know, it's not going to last forever, but it's fun, it's cute, and it adds another embellishment idea to your journal. And then it's nice and handy for when you want to jot things down. A little bit of inking on the side. I've got it. I just love that aged vintage look. So I got to do what I have to. And you can go for trying to tie it in a bow or leave it, trim it. But isn't that just cute? So here we've got another little signature. We can pop it right on our... That's going to be just darling. That's cute ideas, I think. Well, I want to thank you for crafting with me today. Everybody have a great day.